What's going on, guys? It's E right here from GuysThinkAlike.com, and I'm bringing you guys a quick review and look at Black Ops 2, well, mostly the multiplayer. And let me start by saying I am not an MLG player. I'm not, one of these guys you'll see on Machinima, not J Nasty 720 or anybody like that. So this gameplay that you're seeing, yeah, it's my footage, but think nothing of it. I just needed a backdrop for the video for the review. Well, anyway, let's talk about, well, not really going to get in depth with the campaign because for the most part, roughly 90% of the people that, purchase Call of Duty games don't get it for, the single player mode, honestly. In all honesty, no one really, as detailed as it may be most of the times, no one really buys it for the campaign alone. It's all about the multiplayer. I will say that the campaign, kind of, it's a little neat the way it goes back in time, shows you what goes on with Mason from Black Ops 1, and then goes to the future a little bit, and back and forth. And there have been some new additions to that, like you can customize your loadout before certain missions, and there's also been a real-time strategy shooter type thing thrown in there, but that's another story. Now, most importantly, at least for me, let's get to the multiplayer. As with all new, shooting games, Call of Duty games, they always, have a massive server overload in the beginning, so I didn't want to base it off of how shitty the connection was from the start. But aside from, the servers being overloaded from the beginning, the game's been out for over a week now. Connections still seem to be, a lot of games still seem to be lagging out, mainly with Team Deathmatch. I've had glitches where my custom classes would be, not customized at all once it comes time for the match to start. So that fucking sucks because you're not expecting it and you don't want to play the game with one of the shitty default loadouts, so you end up, maybe leaving. And speaking of leaving, a lot of people do back out of these games, I guess in honor to protect their KD or whatnot. So yeah, that sucks too, but I guess that's also something that's become quite common in the franchise nowadays anyway. Let's talk about things that are a little bit different. Of course, if you haven't heard by now, there is a little point system to as far as how you set up your classes. You do have a maximum of like 10 points or whatever they call them, and you can have as many things as you want until the 10 points are occupied. Each item consumes 1 point. You could have 2 primary weapons, but you might have to miss out on a perk, or you can have more than the average amount of perks, but you might have to go without a secondary weapon, things of that nature. They've thrown in wild cards as well that give you the ability to carry 2 primary weapons, or have multiple attachments on your secondary, a bunch of things like that. As far as the weapons go, at this point in time, before any patches or anything, shotguns and snipers are kind of revered as godlike by most people. As far as that goes, I feel like it still all boils down to the player. You can't, it's not like you're going to put a shotgun in anybody's hand and they're just going to go on and, get attack dogs. And speaking of attack dogs, kill streaks, as I'm sure you all are aware of, have been a big part of the game. That's what got me involved in Call of Duty in the first place, playing with Sedge. Those kill streaks kind of made the game what it is for me. It made it fun to, just get a shitload of kills and kill everybody with something massive. Kill streaks are a lot harder to come by nowadays, and a lot of people are bitching about, oh, they're spamming UAVs. Well, yeah, because no one can really, get fucking load stars immediately. But all in all, I think the game is fun. If you're a Call of Duty fan, you'll like it. And I give Black Ops 2, or we give Black Ops 2 an 8 out of 10. Not too different, still fun. And if you're a fan, you should get it.